Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I hope that all of you are doing well. Um, Today we are going to complete our notes taking app. Today is the third lecture. In the previous two lectures, we started discussing notes app, and we also started discussing different concepts related to mobile and application development. Today we are going to discuss shared preferences, hash set, and how to delete item from a list view. So very quickly I'm going to tell you what we have done so far in the previous two lectures. So we discuss layouts, Android layouts, uh, like constraint layout, relative layouts, linear layout, and then we also discuss array list, adapters, and list view. Today, very quickly, I'm going to discuss these three in one slide in order to understand where they lies when they interact with each other. And then we uh, we also discuss how to add menu to our app. Then what are explicit intents, what are implicit intents. We see some examples of explicit intents, and then we discussed some edit text functions which were important, because whenever we change the text inside the edit text, so that function used to call and update our edit text. And then we also discussed how to pass data through intents. Today we are going to discuss how to delete item from a list view uh, by clicking by long click, and then we are also going to discuss important concept of shared preferences that allows you to permanently store data inside your mobile app. Then we'll discuss hashtag, and we are also going to discuss how to use alert dialog box in your app. So before going to the coding part, I would like to tell you that how to how these three like adapters, list view, and your array list, how these three elements or classes interacts. So the adapter always take data from your data source. So data source can be cursor, array list, database, anything, strings, string file, any data where you get data is called data source. An adapter lies between your data source and adapter view. Now view can be list view, grid view, and spinner. Adapter is an intelligent class. Adapter knows how many data to give it to the view, because when you view as an item on your mobile phone screen, so that mobile phone screen normally has a small screen, so normally you view 6 to 7 list item. So adapter view intelligently selects those 6 to 7 elements, and give it to adapter view, and adapter view will shows it those 6 to 7 views on the screen. So this helps save your memory, because there can be a lot of data, there can be millions of data, so you cannot like occupy millions of data, you cannot occupy space in memory for millions of data. uh, if we just occupy space for only 6 to 7 items, or 6 to 7 or 8 or 10 items, then a lot of our memory will be saved. And also you do design, what kind of design will be of list view, you also do it or code it inside the adapter class. So that we will going to discuss in some other lecture, but for now remember that adapter is a bridge between your adapter view and data source. It takes data from the data source and give it to the adapter view, and that adapter view displays that data. All right, so let me go to the now let me go to the coding part. um, so I'm going to first add alert dialog box here, because we are going to, whenever a user clicks on an item, uh, or when a user press a long click, then he should be prompted that whether he or she should delete a list item or not. uh, but before going into the coding part, I'm also going to discuss what we learned so far in the previous two lectures. So let me run this application. So Gradle has started its job. Gradle is responsible for managing your files, for compiling your files, and for running your files on your mobile screen. It is also a configuration management tool as well as dependency management tool. So whatever library you are using, Gradle is there to uh, integrate those libraries from internet and from any other source into your application. So far our apps works like this. You have first example node. This is just an example. You can add more nodes by clicking on this add node button, and if you click here, so let me say this is node 1, and let me click here and let me go back. So you have added node 1. So I'm going to add another node. So let's say it's node 2. I'm going to make it simple. You can add anything you want. So node 2 has been added. So now I cannot delete it. This is the first thing. Like if I press there, if I click long press, or there is no option for deleting this list item. Whereas I can node 1, I can modify it. But I cannot like delete it. The second drawback of this application so far is that we cannot permanently store that data. So whenever the emulator is off, or my application is turned off, so let me give you an example. This is our application. So when I terminate it and run it again, so let me run it again, you will see that the nodes which I added are gone. So they are not permanently saved. For that purpose, we are going to use shade preference. But first, we are going to allow user to delete an item whenever a user press a long click. So I'm going to say list view dot. It is similar to set on item click listener. It is set as you can see on item click listener, and then you create an anonymous class of anonymous object of anonymous class that implements adapter view dot on item long click listener. So let me write here adapter view dot on item long click listener. So there we have it. Now we are always going to return true, because whenever user press click long press, so we should enable it to like delete an item in the list view. So here I'm going to create alert dialog box. Alert dialog box is like it is like you can say a window that appears on your screen. So builder, and pass it main activity as a context dot this. And now we have to add some information, like what will be the icon. So set icon android dot r dot drawable dot like I'm going to select by default icon, which is IC underscore dialog underscore alert. And then if you move on, you set the title. So set title. Like Android Studio is a very intelligent IDE. It knows what you are doing, and a lot of time it gives you so many help. So it is easier for you to code. And then what will be the message? You write set message, and in double quotes we will write, do you want to remember, note can be anything, any information that you want to save using note application. And what will be the set positive button? What will happen if you click the positive button? But for that, the text will be yes, and if you click it, then a new anonymous class will be created. If you do not know about anonymous class for a timing, just leave it, just like practice it. So it's dialog interface. Uh, yes, it's dialog interface on click listener, and you see that Android Studio has inserted a lot of code for you, and that code is there in order to like enable you to delete an item whenever you press uh, a long click or a list view. Alright, so inside this anonymous class we have a method on click, and I'm going to say nodes, because nodes are our array where we have stored all of our nodes. And then I am going to say item to delete. Item to delete is in fact the position variable gives us the item that we have long clicked. So I can come over here and I can make it more simple by declaring another variable item to delete and give it the value of position. And then in order to make it easy to understand, you pass it this, you give it this variable item to delete to the remove function. Okay, and then we have to notify the array adapter that data has been changed. So call notify data change method. All right. So at this point, our data has been deleted, and then the second part is that what if the user has clicked negative button? So the text will be no, and for no, nothing can happen, so you pass null. So this show that no record will be deleted when you pass the null button. Alright, I'm going to now, so this is our app, everything is looking good, and I'm going to stop this video because I think my video recorder gives me problem whenever I make long videos. So I will continue this lecture on the next video. So be with me in the next video. So there I'll show you how the alert dialog box appear and how it enables you to delete an item from the list view.